I didn't think I would see you again. And yet, here you are.
I might say the same about you. I thought you wouldn't be in the mood for a party.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, death for death.
Why are you here, really? What are you trying to do?
That's none of your business. Leave me alone, or I'll call the guards. They'll be happy to see a wanted fugitive.
This isn't over. Am I sensing? Who are you staring at?
Countess Lermontova. You know her from the soiree. Her family's been close with the Romanovs for years.
So she must know a lot. I would talk to her, but I'm afraid she'll recognize me and call the guards.
You want me to do it, I reckon.
I think the Countess is waiting for her tarot reading.
You remembered.
Keep her busy, and I'll see what I can learn from reading her belongings.
That's what I'm thinking. I suggest you start with Donut.
Donut?
Her dog. The Countess's thoughts cling to him like a barnacle. Go. I'll meet you here when you're done.
Good boy. Nothing can be kept secret from me. A familiar face. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Shulsky.
Your presence at this party implies something extraordinary is bound to happen.
Please allow me. My fiancée, Sofia Georgievna Skawan.
Congratulations to you both. You make a handsome couple.
Even though I felt as if my world had collapsed back then, I'm now grateful to you. My fiancé would like to tell you something as well.
Mr. Shulsky, thank you for focusing your attention on me that night and sparing Sofia from a scandal. Let me make an observation. It is quite daring of you to show up in a place like this.
Sergei, is that a threat?
I would say it's a friendly warning. Thaumaturges shouldn't feel too safe these days.
How did you get into His Royal Highness's birthday party?
I'm guessing that you, like your father, were both invited as guests of honor.
That too, but above all, my dear Sergei is celebrating his success. Well, tell Victor.
I am here to offer counsel to Nikolai Romanov. Recently, I've been included in his advisory body. I've been appointed a member of the city council.
Congratulations. That's a job with quite a few responsibilities.
And it's very informative, too. There's something I would like you to...
Not a peep, Sergei. It's a nice evening.
The doubts you carry within you no longer hold you back. Do the right thing. Speak.
Mr. Shulsky, the situation is serious. What's happening in the streets is but a taste of the terror that the Tsar's trusted men, including the Governor General, are about to give you. They're talking about adjustment clinics, places where people like you would be surgically deprived of their powers.
And from what I can gather, their awareness.
I think you should know that, even if my honesty hurts someone I care about.
What do you intend to do, if I may ask?
I must leave you now. I wish you a pleasant evening. Enjoy myself with my friends.
Goodbye, Victor.
Have a good night, Mr. Szulski.
Vanda?
I told you to leave me alone.
I know you have a gun and you want to kill Skawan.
I was going to start with Koniechkin, but that coward got rubbed out by some random Geneth. So it's Skawan's turn now. I'll kill him and anyone who gets in my way.
That's madness. Even if you manage to do it, you'll die a moment later.
I don't have many reasons to live.
Yannick needs you. He barely made it out alive from the Citadel. You can't leave him now. You'll have your revenge. I swear. But now go home and let me act. Magdalena?
I didn't expect to see you here, Thaumaturge.
You seem surprised to see me.
I saw how the explosion swept you away and threw you like a ragdoll. I thought you were dead.
Maybe I rose from the dead.
Don't blaspheme. Only Grigori will experience this miracle. He will return, and with him the hope for chasing away the darkness of an uncertain future. For his grace will be with us. Do you understand?
What do you remember from this explosion?
Chaos. Blood. It's hard for me to talk about it.
Do you believe someone wanted to kill Rasputin?
Of course. The first Christians were also thrown to the lions. Satan laid his hand on Grigori and tried to break him. But he will not bend. He will defeat death and return.
What about Aniela and Lucian?
They are no longer with us. They are already enjoying the afterlife, awaiting salvation.
Do you think they deserved such a fate?
Each of us has a different fate in store for them. Aniela was chosen. She died at Grigori's side. And Lucian just disappeared one day. I think he might have left because his fate wasn't strong enough. I don't want to talk about them anymore. I need to have clarity in my heart.
I'll let you work.
It's a mission, preaching the truth. For I tell you, having faith in yourself is treacherous, but having faith in him is the right way.
How was your chat with the Countess?
Better tell me what you have found. Wait, don't say it. Just focus on it. Are you afraid the old lady will take everything from you and your sister to build a new palace for herself? I'm sorry, I can't resist it, but I can sympathize. I can feel how important it is for you. The Countess pitched me a lovely story about how the confiscated goods would be used to help the needy.
We both know she's lying, and her decree is already on the Tsar's desk, ready to be signed.
I like these new abilities more and more. And now try to read what I think about it.
You want to get back at her? I never thought revenge was in your nature.
I'm thinking we might try to make the Countess tell everyone what she thinks out loud. So, I'll take care of everything.
Thank you for trying to help me. I really appreciate it.
I might not have been born into a fortune like you, but I know what real loneliness is. And now that we've formed a pact, I finally have somewhere I belong. And I won't have anyone mess with my people. Fine, let's do it. Watch and listen carefully. There's one more thing I would like to ask you. I feel confused about the plan to confiscate properties. Could you explain how it's really going to work, and to whose advantage?
But of course, as soon as the Tsar puts his signature on it, the Lermonts will take over the Thaumaturge's properties for a contribution to the fight against those parasites.
Mother, keep it down.
Don't be ashamed, son. You did agree to this. It would be a pity if that money was wasted. And this way, we can build you a beautiful mansion so that you can finally move out. And what good would the money do to the poor? They would just throw it away.
Mother, we should go now. Madame, please excuse us.
You're disturbing.
I'll let you work.
It's a myth.
I can see you've picked the spot right in the thick of things. Are you having a good time?
Not too bad. I've just had a chat with a certain young lady in waiting. But we'll get back to that. I bet parties like this are nothing new for you.
I hate it here. Parties like this are the threshold of hell. In fact, my sister says I turned savage while in exile. What about the lady in waiting?
She told me that the Tsar is in one of the chambers on the upper floor. The stairs are guarded by Skawan's soldiers, and the Governor-General himself is keeping an eye on the entire hall. We must make him look away.
I'll try to approach Skawan somehow.
Be careful. Is there anything else?
I've heard some news about certain decrees waiting to be signed on the Tsar's desk.
What's in them?
I managed to have a few words with a certain young man from the city council. He told me about an idea to introduce places that in a nutshell would make us Thaumaturges lose our minds, and thereby our powers.
What exactly are you talking about?
A lobotomy. At least that's what it sounds like. I've learned that one of the ideas to combat Thaumaturges will be the forfeiture of our properties.
How do you feel about it as an heir to a fortune?
To be honest, my sister should be more concerned. I only got an old book.
Still, I can't believe that brings you peace.
There's something else that bothers me.
Tell me. I'll try to help.
Vanda is here.
I was afraid she might show up. Have you talked to her?
Yes, and I know she's planning to kill Skawon in revenge.
She will die. Worse yet, she'll ruin everything we've worked toward.
I took care of her. Apart from her hurt pride and ruined plans for the evening, she's safe and sound. There's something else that bothers me.
Tell me. I'll try to help.
I'll come back later.
Good luck.
Good evening.
Who are you? I've got a feeling I've seen you before.
I came here with my friends, and I'm hoping to introduce them to you soon.
If they were truly important, I'd know them already. Have you got a cigarette?
Sadly, no.
That's too bad. Anything else I can help you with?
I can still hear gunshots from the city. As a concerned subject, can I ask if we're safe here?
I understand, and I tell you the same thing I'm telling others. The situation is under control. My best men are keeping you safe. Not even a mouse could squeeze by.
How are you going to handle those socialist militia members?
Militia? Sir, they are nothing but rabble, so let's refer to them as such. I am just a heartbeat away from having them executed by firing squad.
They can't get in here, can they?
That's out of the question. On my orders, half a battalion is guarding the Tsar and his guests. Are you still worried about the situation in this city?
Let's change the subject.
Good idea.
How do you find His Royal Highness's birthday party?
As the one in charge of Warsaw, I have my duties regarding the royal couple, so I am not paying much attention to the banquet. You must excuse me.
The pile of presents for the Tsarevich looks impressive and continues to grow.
Yes, indeed.
I know what you gave little Alexei, but I heard that the gift was regarded as inappropriate by some. As a child, I dreamed about having one.
You might be right. Perhaps a knife isn't a proper gift for a child. He might cut himself and... Yes, it might not have been the best present.
Let's change the subject.
Good idea.
I met your daughter Sofia in the gardens. Congratulations on her engagement.
Are you suggesting something? The lovers did not want to wait.
Let's change the subject.
Good idea.
I won't take any more of your time.
Enjoy yourself.
And?
I talked to the Governor General.
So, how does it feel to come face to face with the Butcher of Warsaw and exchange pleasantries about refreshments?
Up close, he doesn't seem so scary.
Right. Have you learned anything that might help?
The Governor carries a flaw, and I want to take advantage of it.
Are you going to rid him of it? Surely it may affect his well-being.
And I hope we can get rid of him that way.
Wait. Before we start, you should make sure you're ready to talk to the Tsar. There will be no turning back.
I believe I've gotten everything I could.
Fine. Scowan's flaw. It might work. Just promise me one thing. You'll be extremely cautious with him.
I promise I'll try.
Shall we?
We wanted to talk to you, my friends and I.
Where am I?
Governor General?
Welcome to inside your head, Scowan. We've got you now. Wait a second. Something's wrong. Shouldn't he be unconscious?
Unless he has his own powers, his conscious state could be an effect of the pact.
Sarah Rifkin? And you? What's going on here? Who are you?
My name is Viktor Szulski.
Szulski. I will have you executed on the spot, all of you!
So, shall we get down to it?
Go on. I can't wait. What does it feel like to be at the mercy of thaumaturges?
Terrifying. What is this?
You've just found out that we're not capable of lying in this place. Intriguing, isn't it?
What am I hearing? You want to experiment on us, deprive us of powers and reason.
May Allah have mercy on you.
I'll deal with him. I'll show the Butcher his place.
Of course.
Your worst nightmare is coming true. A thaumaturge will remind you of what true fear means. You're scared of her, even though she's been dead for many years. She repaid you for the way you oppressed her because she had powers and you didn't.
What happened to you?
She sent a demon after me. My own sister. She brought down nightmares upon me. I had my bed for years.
That's why your fear turned into anger and anger into hate. You pathetic creature. And now we all suffer because you're an oppressor by nature. Say what you did to her and what you're planning for us.
I smashed her skull with a brick and threw her body down a well. Once the Tsar signs our decrees, we will seize all of you and mangle your brains. I will kill all of you, one by one.
The floor is ready. Remove it, and we can go.
Remove it? You want to give him relief? He doesn't deserve peace. Besides, he's seen our faces.
There's a chance you'll be a different man without it. I will free you from the fear that has triggered this destructive hatred within you.
What a disappointing ending for someone like that.
Good job. Let's go.
I had a feeling it was going too easy.
You! Who are you? Rukivier!
I'm afraid I've got other plans.
Couldn't you have handled it some other way?
What was I supposed to do? Have a duel of arguments with him?
Stop it. We've got things to do here.
Stop! Who are you? Skawan!
The Governor General is a little indisposed right now, and I don't think he will get better soon.
Don't come any closer!
Better put it down before anyone gets hurt.
You don't need anger and fear now. Be calm and lower your weapon. It won't do any good here.
Can you do that now? Through the pact?
So it seems.
What is going on? How? How is that possible? You must be Thaumaturges. Is that a revolution? Are you here to kill me?
My name is Viktor Szulski. This is Emir Burnakovich and Madame Samira.
I appreciate the change in tone. Viktor Szulski, do you want my demise?
We come with demands because the situation forces us to do so.
The most crucial thing for us is that you stop hunting thaumaturges. The pogroms must end.
Stop murdering us.
How dare you break in here and make demands? Tell me why would I agree to anything?
We stand before your majesty not as some motley crew, but as a group of Thaumaturges united by a pact. We've done the impossible to get here today.
And from that position, we seek to start a dialogue. We believe it will bring mutual benefits.
Do you have a name for it?
You can call us the Coterie.
Go on. Who knows, we might reach an agreement after all.
The Coterie could become a powerful ally of your Imperial Majesty, here in Warsaw, and in Poland.
And what could you possibly offer me that I don't have? I will stop the riots and bloodshed, and that's it. Is that clear?
If you believe it'll work out, I'm in. Doctor.
Without the master of the word dimension, we have no chance of success. Don't even try to argue with me about it.
Stop this farce. I demand you release me! I will grant your wish to stop the violence, and no more.
We know there are some decrees on the Tsar's desk awaiting your signature.
And what do you think is in them?
We know the decrees stipulate creating special adjustment clinics, and Thaumaturges won't be the only patients there.
Your subjects, so diverse in terms of ethnicity and religion, will surely recognize the threat, and their fear will turn into hatred. The Empire will fall.
The Crown has enough enemies outside without having to deal with internal ones.
I've heard enough. I understand you want something in exchange. Let me hear it.
We want a better life, even if it's under foreign rule. For ourselves and for others.
The people of Warsaw, one of the most important municipalities in Russia, will remember your gesture.
Is that all?
Make the Okhrana forget about Tsar Rivkin and let her files disappear from their archives forever.
You want power. Just admit it already. The sooner you admit it, the better. Power can be won or bestowed. Today, you did both. We will meet your demands and expect allegiance and loyalty in return. So help me God. If that's all, Thaumaturge, I trust we have reached an agreement.
Do I hear applause? What's going on there?
Time's running out, and my guests are waiting. Let's keep it short.
Is that it? Can I finally get some champagne?
Stanisław can finally rest in peace, son. You should be proud. We all owe you a lot.
I couldn't do it without you. Thank you.
You're too generous, sir.
Friends, today, on the birthday of my son and successor, my father's words show the direction of my thoughts. The voice of God orders us courageously to undertake, in deference to divine intention, the task of ruling, with faith in the strength and rightness of autocratic power. The riots in Warsaw fill our hearts with much sadness, And the nation's grief is also the grief of the Emperor of Russia. We have closed our eyes to the suffering of our people, to the suffering of Thaumaturge, who were granted their powers by God. Which is why I consider it our moral duty to stop all kinds of violence against them, effective immediately. That is our wish. However, may those who take my grace for weakness know that the Russian Empire is strong and ruthless against its enemies. So help me God.
I'm glad to find you in good health. You didn't look like you were going to recover.
I suppose you couldn't see very well from where you were standing.
New company?
Friends.
What now?
Congratulations. Russia is on your side again. Your dream has come true.
In my dream, we were both here. You could have been part of it, but you've forsaken me.
I feel better on my side of the ballroom.
Enjoy this moment of bliss. It might not last long.
That sounded like a threat.
Victor, is everything all right? Is this that Rasputin of yours? I expected something more.
Assalamu alaikum. Would you tell me how you are able to talk with us here?
This must be your new daddy, Victor. Aren't you going to introduce me? And this must be the famous Madame Samira, the identity thief. Wait, I think someone is missing. Oh, right. You were so selfish that you didn't keep your word. And you didn't give him the golem. And he died.
Is he bothering you?
Indeed, and I could use some help.
Get out! This is between you and me. And your magician friends can't help you. There's no winning against me. You should have learned that by now.
How dare he throw us out? Did you explain it all to him? Is everything all right?
I think so.
I must admit, he is remarkable.
Rasputin? Что с вами?
It's nothing. Know your place.
I can't stand the cold of the snow. There's no use for it.
And the glasses constantly fog up when you come into a warm room.
Then why do you wear them?
After the explosion, I'm having problems with my eyesight.
Now that you wear them, you really fitting image of Stanisław. Some tea to warm up?
I won't say no to that. I heard a new rumor apropos Scowan. Once we made him aware of a few things, he disappeared, and now they're saying he shot himself.
Well, I could have been less restrained.
I know. The other news is rather grim. There's a new political power on the rise in the city. Besides being resentful of Jews, they also want to get rid of thaumaturges and homosexuals.
What about the Tatars?
Let's ask. They're getting together at a bar in Vola.
Let's go. Let's listen to what they have to say at these drinking bouts of theirs.
Is today that special day when you're not preoccupied with your little revolutionary?
Maybe yes, maybe no.
They won't protect you. Every debt will be repaid, one way or another.
Victor, what are you waiting for?
Doesn't matter. Let's go. They say your choices define your value. What does that make me? Ligia and I see each other as often as we can. I do have my duties with the coterie, and she keeps taking up new challenges. Her ambition won't allow her to rest. Not for a moment. Despite the coterie's efforts, the situation in the city is getting worse. Uncle Sasha still works on the force, which entails constant danger. The circumstances of the Warsaw Ochrana chief's death have never been clarified, and hopefully it will stay that way. And what about the Bauritze? Every once in a while I get a package with bloody pig ears, so I suppose he still hasn't forgiven me. The situation in the city is tense. Warsaw has been divided between those seeking a bloody revolution and those who'd rather see cooler heads prevail. The stalemate will not last long. The fisherman of Powierzchnia has not been captured. The locals still find bodies on the riverbanks, but no one is surprised anymore. The neighborhood is falling into a strange kind of apathy. As for the Flying University, the idea faded and died in the Ochrana cells, where the rebellious students were locked up. But enough about that. It's time for a new adventure, my friend.